Okay, my friends, I really like the minimal phone. I've been using it off and on as my daily driver for the last several months. It is not perfect, it has a lot of issues, but it is also quite amazing. The screen just got a massive upgrade. Okay, so recently, a very talented developer, Vasu, whose tutorial we're going to be using today, discovered a way to roll back the screen firmware on the minimal phone from version 36, which is the most common one out there, to version 25. What does that mean in layman's terms? It means the screen is way better in ultra mode. We'll go through the details here in just a minute, but going through his tutorial, it's very straightforward. He did a wonderful job writing it, but I thought, hey, maybe some of you folks out there with the minimal phone wanting to do this haven't ever seen it done before or aren't super comfortable using the Windows terminal or command prompts and all that kind of stuff. So I thought, hey, let's make a video and go through it together. So I've got my cheaters on here and let's jump right in. Okay, so here I've got the minimal phone. Let's just unlock it so that it hopefully will stay unlocked. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. I did the best that I could to get it in focus with the camera. It's not going to be great. Okay, so if we go to Vasu's journal, which I will include links to this in the video description, we have a lovely step-by-step guide for rolling the firmware back to version 25. So I've gone ahead. We're just going to go through this so you guys can come back to any of the steps that maybe give you some trouble. So these are the important links that we're going to need to start with. Android Platform Tools, which is a tool that we're going to put on the computer itself, the Google USB driver. This is what allows your computer to be able to communicate to the minimal phone with this USB driver. And then this right here, the modified vendor boot partition and stock partitions, these are the files that we're going to need to actually roll stuff back. So I've opened each of these three in these different tabs up here. So starting with Platform Tools. Up here at the top, scroll down a little bit to the download section, download SDK Platform Tools for Windows. Click it. It's going to say, hey, here's all the rules. Okay. And then it's going to ask you where you want to save it to. So I'm just going to save all of this to, we're just going to make a new folder on the desktop here. I'm just going to call it MP01 just for fun. I'm going to save it there. Wait for it to download. There it downloaded. Click this little guy. It's going to open the containing folder. And there's our zip. I'm going to right click on that. I'm going to go to extract all. And then I'm going to take off this back little thing right here and have it extract to the very folder where we saved the zip to, and then I'm going to delete the zip because I don't need it anymore. So within this folder, here are the platform tools. This is now done. Google USB driver. This is here. You can go down, download the zip file. It kind of walks you through how to do it. And Vasu, I think, did include some steps to it here. So let's download the Google USB driver zip. I have read, download it. And then, sure, why not? Let's put it in the same folder we've been using. Open containing folder, right there. We're just going to go ahead and extract all the same spot. It's going to make a lovely little window for us, or a little folder for us. Pull this over so you guys can see it. USB driver. And let's go ahead and make sure we get Android WinUSB.inf. Okay. Android WinUSB right there. So we're going to right click, install, open. Yes. Always trust. Yep. Go ahead and install it. Operation was completed successfully. And then the vendor boot partition and stock partitions, if you click on that, it's going to take you over to a Google Drive link. So how I do this here is I just click on one of them, I press Control A to highlight all of them, and then I click the little menu and download. Now they're a little big, so it might take a minute or two for them to zip so that we can download them all together. While it's doing that, okay, I paused the recording because I thought it was going to take longer than it did. I probably could have just let it roll the whole time because it only took about 60 or 90 seconds. So here we've got this all downloaded in a nice handy zip. I'm just going to go ahead and put that in the same folder that I just made on my desktop named MP01. Save. And then it takes a couple of seconds there. And then I'm going to open the containing folder again. And then if you open the archive, you can see everything that's in there. So what I'm actually going to do here is something a little bit different. I'm going to right click. I'm going to extract all. I'm then going to change this destination here. So here's my desktop. I'm just going to go back down to this same folder here. And this time I'm actually going to extract them right into that platform tools folder that we made a second ago. Select folder, extract. Takes a little bit because they are fairly large. Okay, now let's go back here. We'll press back to go back to his lovely instructions. And now the actual work begins. So head over to the settings on your phone and open the About section. So hopefully you guys can see this. Sorry for my massive fingers in the way. Try to keep it. So if we go to settings, now I will have you note, I will put the screen, open the quick menu there. It is in Ultra. So just so that you guys can kind of see and get a good idea of what using it in Ultra looks like, you will be able to notice how big of a difference there is once we roll it back to version 25. Okay, so we're going to go to About Phone, and then we're going to go all the way to the bottom to the build number, and you're going to tap that 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The message came up and I didn't even notice it. So we're going to go back one screen, then we're going to go to System, and then we're going to go all the way down again. Then we're going to go to Developer Options. And this is where we are going to scroll to enable OEM unlocking. It's not too far down, maybe a scroll and a half. Right there, you see it. Hit that toggle is going to say, hey, this is something that is potentially, yep, we're going to do it. Okay, and now we're going to shut her down. So for that, I'm going to scroll down from the top, scroll down again, hit the power button, power off. Now I've had my phone plugged in for all of that. I'm going to unplug it for this next bit so that it can power down. Make sure that it's still. Okay, it just gave me the final buzz that it's powered down. With your phone powered down, hold down the volume up button and power button simultaneously until the boot menu shows up. Volume up and power. And there it is. Navigate to the Fastboot option with your volume up key and then press the volume down button to boot into Fastboot. And it's on Fastboot. So we're just going to tap it. Okay, and it doesn't look like anything is happening, but if we connect the phone to the PC, which for reference, I think this machine, I'm running Windows 11. Open a terminal window to navigate to the directory where you extracted the Android platform tools using the command. So you can open the terminal window and do it this way. I'm going to show you another way that I have found very useful. So here, I'll move that over there so you can see the whole thing. Once you are in the platform tools folder, if you go up here to the address bar and you just type platform, or sorry, not platform, started with a P. That's why I was confused. PowerShell, enter. What it will do is open a terminal window using Windows PowerShell in that folder that you were in. Okay, so we're going to go back to our instructions, and it's going to want us to say Fastboot devices. So Fastboot devices. Oh. Okay, and it looks like I am running into this. Head over to the device manager. There might be a device with, oh, a little trick for you guys. If instead of left clicking start, if you right click, it gives you this supplementary menu. Device manager is right there. So right click, update driver, click choose a driver, select all devices, Google. Okay, so this is where, okay, so we've gone into the device manager here. Click that, right click, update driver. We're going to browse. We're going to choose from a list, show all devices, next. It's going to retrieve a list. It's going to take a real long time. Doop 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 doop. There we go. So now we're going to scroll down until Google pops up. Where did it go? Right there. And then I believe it's the ADB interface. And choose Android bootloader interface. Okay. Android bootloader interface. Next. That's fine. Close. There we go. And now you'll notice that it no longer gives that nasty exclamation mark. And now we're going to try the prompt again. Fastboot devices. And there it is. We can see it's there. Okay, now we are officially rolling, my friends. Sorry about all that troubleshooting. Okay, type in these commands. So the first thing that we need to do is unlock bootloader, and we have 2 commands to do that, which is the flashing unlock and the flashing unlock critical. Then we're going to wipe the device. So what I like to do is I'll just highlight it there, Control C, and go back to my command prompt. I'm going to just right click and it pastes it for me. Oh, I forgot the fancy fast boot flashing unlock. So you'll notice that pops up. We will press up. It will do its thing. And then we have to unlock critical. Control C. Paste it. Put the period / enter. It's going to pop up again. Going to do that. Very good. And then the last prompt is to wipe the device. We're going to do period / paste. And it's going to erase the whole thing for us. Bootloader now unlocked. So now that we've got the device ready to do this next very important part, we're going to do the very important part now. With the bootloader now unlocked, download all the files. We've already done that. With that done, in the same terminal windows, execute the following commands in order. So again, we just want to make sure that we are in that same folder where we saved all of the, going back up into the top here, the modified partitions and the stock partitions. So this is quite literally copy paste. So we're going to take this first one here, Control C. We're going to do period / Control V, enter, and we're done. Next, we're going to take the next one, period / and we're done. Okay, these are the big ones, guys. Period / This one you'll notice takes a little bit longer, not that much. Oops, forgot to do the. Okay, 2 more steps and we will be on to next to the very last thing. So wiped everything again. So now we are going to reboot the entire device. This message you'll see there is normal. Don't worry about it. It will go away once we do the very last step. How are you guys doing today? Good? Kids are out watching a movie. Got a second or two here to spend with you wonderful people. And there we are. So we are just going to skip right on through all of this. There we go. Start, skip. I apologize. The angle here is a little bit weird. Come on, Google. Don't let me down now. We'll just do quick step this time because we're not going to actually be using it. Okay, so to show you what hopefully was done, we're going to go to settings. We're going to go down to about phone. And then where used to be 36 is now 25. But Jake, you say, it looks the same. Well, that's because by default, it is going to be in slow. Let's move it over to ultra. We'll do a screen refresh and we will go home and feast your, oh my goodness, you guys, look at that. I hope it comes across on the camera because, man, what a difference. Just scrolling through it, it is so much more. Oh, that would make us want to sign in. So now what we're going to do, you can leave the bootloader unlocked if you'd like. It does kind of get a little weird with some apps, not that you're going to be using a minimal phone for some of the apps that this would happen on, but if an unlocked bootloader is detected on a device, some apps won't work. So Vasu was so kind as to include the steps for how to relock the bootloader. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back over to here. Oh, in fact, now you can do it the way his guide shows you, but since I'm here, I like to just use the terminal to do it. So let's see, build number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go back. Let's go down to developer options. And then you'll notice OEM unlocking is not even turn offable because the bootloader is unlocked and you can't relock it from here. So we're going to scroll down here a little bit, turn on USB debugging, click OK. Allow. Okay, so at this point, we're going to go back to the terminal that we already have open. We're going to do period / ADB devices to check and make sure it's communicating. It is. Okay, so then we're going to do /ADB reboot bootloader. And now it's going to have some lovely paper artifacting. And once it comes back on, we will test to make sure that it is communicating in Fastboot. We will run the last few commands and be done, my friends. Gonna get you done in less than 30 minutes, hopefully. Okay, it looks like let's go over here and just start. So first step is going to be to do a full wipe. So we're gonna and I jumped the gun a little bit, guys. Oh, it's doing this again. Okay, here we go. We're just gonna close the terminal. We're gonna go back and do this fancy thing again. Now it's there. We're going to go back to our platform tools folder. We're going to go here. We're going to type PowerShell, enter. We're then going to do /fast boot devices. And there it is. We're going to do for fast boot. Oops. Boot. And then space -W wipes the whole thing. Okay. And then we're just going to work our way through here, guys. And then we're going to now lock the bootloader. Copy that. And then we have to press volume up. And then we're going to lock the critical partition as well. And then we are going to reboot and let it do its thing. So that will have wiped the entire thing again. We will start back from scratch, but the bootloader is now locked. It has all of the factory images on there, so we shouldn't see any weird warning signs. There shouldn't be any strange "we detected the bootloader unlocked" messages on any apps that require a secure device or a locked bootloader. So we'll go through, and luckily this doesn't affect the firmware of the screen. So okay, I have to give a huge thank you and shout out to Vasu for putting in the time to go to the effort to make this wonderful guide. I did commit to him. I said, Vasu, if you can make me a guide, I will make a video for you. And he just blew me away with this wonderful guide here. As you can see, it gave us the opportunity to have me show you how to do some of the stuff that maybe you otherwise wouldn't have ever done. Set up offline, continue. We're going to use Quick Step again, just to show you. Always. Okay, let's open the quick settings. You can see here, it's on crisp or slow. Put it up to ultra, do a quick little refresh. Go home. And then, oh, doesn't it just look amazing, you guys? About phone, we'll go down here. And sure enough, screen firmware 25. I did want to point out, if you go to this guide that he made, and then go back to the very, very bottom section 3, how this was achieved. I'm just going to go ahead and make it full screen. He goes into detail about what he had to do to make this work. It wasn't easy. It took him a lot of time, but he was very, very adamant that he figure it out. And we all now get to reap that reward. So a super huge thank you to Vasu. Thank you to the folks at Minimal for bringing us such a wonderful device. I am excited to see what comes now that the developer team is in place and bug testing, getting the software updates ready. If this video was helpful, go ahead, give it a like, maybe subscribe. I cover all kinds of things here on Returning Retro about using tech intentionally, using it for more productivity as opposed to distractions and entertainment. So I'd love to, if I've earned your subscription, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video, guys.